You're listening to the Known Legacy Podcast, brought to you by Known Legacy Ministries. For more information, go to knownlegacy.org. Now here's your hosts, Bill and Travis.
Good morning. Welcome to the Known Legacy Podcast. I mean, if you are burned out or disconnected today is for you. So welcome to the Known Legacy Podcast, where we want you to help you come alive by waking up, gearing up, and coming alive to who God called you to be.
Absolutely. Bill, good morning.
Good morning, bro. How you doing?
Doing well. Kyle, how you doing in the corner?
Great. Good morning.
Fantastic. It's good to have you guys. As always, you can check us out on Instagram, YouTube, and the Facebooks if you so choose. And, man, if it would be something that you could carve out a little time, give us a little review, share it with some friends. That'd be fantastic. As always, you can go to the website, info@knownlegacy.org. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can find out all about Bill's book, which would help you overcome some of that burnout that maybe you have as you discover who God has uniquely created you to be and be encouraged in that. So
awesome.
Yeah, let's get after it because I'm excited about the guest today.
Dude, I'm pumped about having our guest on. He's a local, or not a local, but he is a
he's a local celebrity.
He is a local celebrity to me.
He's beyond local.
He's beyond local, but he is a constant guest, and we love having him on and his wisdom.
Always good. So the question of the day, boys.
Question of the day.
Let's get after it. So here's...
Wait, that didn't sound good. Can you do that again?
Excuse me. Question of the day.
Question of the day.
Nice, much better.
That was
you
much
went
better.
higher. You
I
went
like
higher.
that. Yeah,
that was good. So the question of the day is this: what is something that you have to do in your life that just brings you down, but you have to do it? Like it just sucks you of all joy and life and everything, but you know because of your role and whatever that is, you just got to get it done. What is that thing?
I'm gonna go with Kyle first because I think he was gonna take my answer, but I'm gonna let him take it first.
Okay. Lawn work. Hate it.
Really?
Used to love it.
Yeah.
I think after I moved into this house is when I stopped because the lawn's not that big, but I think I have about 8.3 miles of sidewalk.
Square miles.
To trim and edge, and it just is a beating. So and it taunts me every time I drive by, and it's not done. And
well, it doesn't help when it's like 85 degrees at 9 a.m. and you're out there sweating like a stuck pig trying to make it happen.
I know.
However, I do love the lawn work. That does refresh me because I take great pride. It is sinful, totally. My pride in my lawn, like I will absolutely drive up and down my street and like go, all right, I know
so
who
what
I
you're
have to be
saying
next week.
Is one man's mulch is another man's masterpiece.
Oh.
I'm done for the day. I'm done. That was good.
Thanks for listening to Known Legacy. God bless you. Have a good week.
We're out. What is yours?
For me, in any marriage, any relationship, you have a spender and you have a saver, right? And my wife is the saver and I'm the spender. The problem is that I've been put in charge of the budget.
That's the worst.
And the budget for me is the biggest beatdown all the time. There is fear, there's anxiety, there's stress, there's all of that because I know if I know how much we have, guess what I'm going to do?
Spend it.
I'm going to spend it, right? And which is just going to absolutely tank our family long term.
I get it.
And so that for me is just like I hate doing the family budget. I hate it. But we do it every month. You know, I just want to encourage you, if you don't do a budget, you know, it's good to know what you don't have.
Yes, it's good to know what you don't have.
But no, for me, it's budgeting, man. I hate it. I hate it.
Okay.
How about you?
So for me, it's laundry. Like, because I can never fold it right. Like, I kind of, when I fold laundry, it's like I don't have fingers.
Do you fold it right, but not right for your lovely bride, Sarah?
So
let's be honest about that.
She's now put up with how crappy I fold.
Okay.
And I'm not just talking fitted sheets. I'm talking everything. Like I think the only thing I can really do well is towels because they're like rectangle, and I can turn those into squares.
See, I lock in on socks. I can do socks.
So socks and underwear, I just kind of roll up and throw into the ball. It's like, take it there, and I just throw them. And so, but I can't. So there's three things that remain forever: the Word of God, the souls of men, and laundry.
Like
it never ends. And so I either live out of the basket or I put it away long enough to take it out so I can put it back in the basket.
My wife, God bless her. She does our laundry. She does most of the folding and everything else. But she leaves it in the basket because she's like, hey. You can do some of this, right?
Exactly.
But my problem is I'll be like, I'll just move the basket from the bed to the foot of the bed, and then I'll do it tomorrow, and then I'll be there for 3 weeks while I'm and it just, and then every once in a while she'll get so like passive aggressive with it. She'll just take it out of the basket and leave it on the bed. So I have to do something because I can't sleep otherwise. I love my wife.
I think
she's
for
an amazing
me,
woman.
I would have if I had to go to hell, which I don't have to, thank God, I would I'd have to watch daytime television and fold laundry all day long. That would be my personal hell.
That would be purgatory. That would be. I don't believe in purgatory.
Neither do I.
But that
Thank
would be.
God, by the grace of Jesus, we don't have to do either of those.
So what I hear you saying is theologically, there's going to be someone in heaven who folds our laundry for us.
We don't need laundry in heaven.
Oh.
Clothes never get dirty.
Nice.
That's in the book of Second Opinions. Check it out. So, but man, our guest...
Info at knownlegacy.org. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please, info at knownlegacy.
Heresy at Known Legacy.
Please make it known to Bill. That'd be great. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. No, that's great. Well, hey, we want to also introduce our guest. I'm guessing he has an answer to this question as well. Mike Weaver, the lead singer of Big Daddy Weave, is on with us today.
Big Daddy Weave.
So glad to have you on again, my friend. We are grateful and blessed to always have you on. So what about you?
Well, first off, let's
hang on a second.
if you're watching this, let's not skip by like the biggest announcement. Dude has lost tons of weight. Like a small woodland creature is what he's lost, right? It's fantastic.
There's a middle schooler.
It's a middle schooler walking around in the XXL. Dude, how much have you lost? Would you mind sharing that with us?
Now, mind you, this is not a quick weight loss scheme. This has been since pandemic, but it's been about 110 pounds. Dude.
Looking
so
great, man. You look amazing.
There's still so much down below the camera that that needs to go. We have served an eviction notice. You know what I mean?
I feel like you've done some shopping in the husky section of Sears at some point in your life, didn't you?
All my life you have been faithful. 100%, dude. I mean, it's like the X's just keep coming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, dude.
Another one bites the dust.
There's a shame when someone asks, "What size shirt do you want?" You're like, let's put another X on there.
I know it is the shame. It's even like it looks like shame. You know what I mean?
Oh gosh,
and, dude. One time though, I got to tell you. So I am like multi-X wearing like dude, and I was in Hawaii one time though, and I went to look for some clothes. They had a big and tall store there.
Yeah.
And there was I met the like Mr. Miyagi of like big and tall clothing, men's clothing. You know,
you try it on.
Like
it off.
He appears just kind of from behind, some pole or something, and he was like, he goes, "What can I help you with?" And I'm like, "I'm here to look for some rather large breeches." He goes, He goes, "Back where you are from," he goes, "you are probably pretty big." And he goes, "You are," and at the time I was wearing 4XL, right? And he goes, "You," and he just looks at me, he just sizes me up and he goes, "You are 4XL?" And I said, "Oh my gosh, yes. Like, have you talked to my mom or something? Like, what's up?" And he goes, "You're pretty big at home." He goes, "But here we have 10XL. And I was like, 10XL? I was like, bro, that's where the Nephilim was literally to Hawaii. The family of Goliath are hanging out in the islands, dude. I'm telling you, watch out. Keep your eyes peeled. Gosh. And I think they're gingers too, bro. I'm telling you. So that's I think you may be part Nephilim, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I would like to think I am. So, oh my gosh.
Back to the question, man. What's something that you hate to do, but you got to do that sucks the life out of you, besides dieting?
Is it something that has to do with responsibility? Well, probably most of it. You know
exactly.
What it's like? But dude, honestly, so the laundry thing, I agree on more than one level, but I'll give a different answer too. So the thing is about the laundry, the sock thing, because I also resonated with your sock statement, bro, that it's so easy to put together, but one is always missing for me. I don't know how I lose them.
Yeah.
But somehow there's this like phantom zone for like left
the great
socks,
mystery of life.
I don't know, however it is. And the thing is, and so, but we also over the years, we have somehow accumulated like an armada of trash cans. You know what I mean? It's like, and so it's all downhill. It's at the bottom of the hill. All the trash has to be taken up our yard into the top of the hill. And there must be at least 75 not truly, but like, I mean, it feels like that. It feels like that because I think I was born without a cardiovascular system. You know what I'm saying, dude? It's like, bro, I get to that hill and I'm just like, oh Lord Jesus, you know, I feel like I'm the one about to go get on the cross up there. You know what I mean? It's like there's this, and it's like, take up your trash can and follow me is what he said.
You walk in the house and you're all sweaty. Your wife's like, "Did you just work out?" Nope. Took the trash out. Let me catch my
that
breath.
also is my plight. That also is my plight. I mean, if I breathe wrong, I start sweating. You know what I mean? It's like that's how it's always been, dude.
Oh man.
Oh, fantastic!
Dude, I love having you on.
Golly,
This is great. This is
telling
great.
you.
All right,
The
so
struggle is real. The struggle is real.
the struggle is real. Well, man,
All right.
like we said before, we love having Mike on. Mike, we love having you on and hearing your story. Honestly, you're a man of honor and integrity and grace and truth.
Yes.
And so, man, I wanted to talk to you a little bit because, you know, we've talked about in the past about moments of feeling burned out, disconnected, kind of bummed out. And I think a lot of people are walking through that right now. And I think you have a lot of wisdom to share with people about that. And so share your story a little bit. But, man, we're talking today about how God restores our purpose. And I would say God has definitely honored what you've done, man. Just even just from the feats of what's happened at Big Daddy Weed, but even beyond that, your marriage, your family, your kids, the way that you love the Lord, all of those things.
Yep.
I would love you to share just some wisdom with our people. In fact, share a little bit about your backstory with some of this. But please share your heart with that, my brother.
When you said burnout, I was just like, oh, geez. You know, I mean, because and it was like, which time? You know, it's like there's so many examples of that over the years in my life. And it always comes from me trying to minister from some other place other than the overflow of Jesus in my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We had reached one of those points. I guess it was probably 2010 or 2011. And we were just worn out, and it just wasn't working. And it's like, you know, nobody was coming to the shows, and it was just it just felt like we were done, you know. And you're kind of halfway, because when you're in a band or you're playing music, you kind of like, is that even really a real job anyway? You know what I mean? It's kind of like, but for me, it's never been about the band. It has been about what ministry that led to, you know.
Yeah.
And we were just at this place where I was sharing with a friend how burnt out we were and how frustrated I was with the whole thing and with music industry and all of that kind of stuff. And like the boxing match that creates, honestly, just like when ministry is also your job.
Yeah, we get that.
To me, that creates this like division, or it creates this like duality in a way, you know. And so I was just telling him everything I was frustrated about. And I was like, man, sometimes I feel like we should just like shut down the show and just pray for people. And he goes, Mike, he goes, you should do that like today. And he was going to stay for the show. And I was like, oh no, because I was not really serious about that. I was just kind of, you know, venting, and I was just sounding spiritual to him. But then literally it came to that point in the night when we had kind of talked about, and I see his face out there. And even from this place of burnout, I was afraid to like lose face with my friend on
Yes.
you know, this spiritual ego or something. And so I literally just awkwardly just said, well, I know that you're probably, you know, worn out and you're having a hard time. I know I am. And it's like, if you're in that place and you're hurting tonight, I just want you to know I'm down here if you want to pray. And I thought nobody was coming, but people just started coming, dude. Man. And they just, because they were all in the same place, and we just brought it to Jesus. And man, then all of a sudden it began to transform literally every single night. The next night I was in the bathroom washing my hands before we played, and I hear this literally, like Jesus just speaks. And he just says, he's like, dude, there's people out there who can't have children. You need to tell them I haven't forgotten about them. And I'm like drying my hands off, you know, going like, am I losing my mind, dude? Like what, you know? And so I got out there, and it was time, and it was so heavy on my heart. I just said it. I just said what had come to my mind. You know what I mean? And there were 3 of them, right? And it's like 3 sets of that coming down for prayer. And man, and it was crazy. Night by night, the Lord just began to speak. you know, and it rekindled my relationship with him. And from that relationship of just him speaking and then me acting, man, it completely revitalized the life of me, first of all, but then also of Big Daddy Weave as a ministry. And for the next years, we saw the most incredible things, you know, we had ever been through. And I think that's it though. You've got to, it has, ministry has to be from the overflow of a real life living connection, a real life relationship with Jesus. If we have not heard from him, we don't really have anything else to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like, so but I try to do that all the time. And it's like, I feel like I try to go from burnout experience to some moment of revival and then see how long I can go and do it in my own strength until I'm completely burned out again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, and it's that has been a pattern in my life, you know? Does that resonate with you guys?
Oh, absolutely.
It does. And I would love to pull this thread a little bit because I feel like there's times that being a speaker, musician, that something just hits and you see the Spirit move in that moment, right? Yeah. And my flesh wants to recreate that moment. And so what I will unintentionally do is it will become performative rather than authentic. And I would love to know from your perspective, behind the microphone, leading worship, bringing the concerts to people, how do you maintain and guard against performative where, hey, this is what we're supposed to do at this time, whether I feel it or not. You know, it worked really well last week. We're going to do it again this week, even though God might be calling you to something. How do you balance that tension?
That's a great question, dude. You know, basically the Lord just lets me fall on my face, you know, and then I have to go back to him again, you know?
Yes.
That's exactly what we do, man. And you know, and the thing is like what I have trouble with is not every single time is going to be that mountaintop time. You know what I mean? The Lord works through the mundane as much as he does through like the supernatural. You know what I mean? It's like, and it's like he'll find you when you're having to cart the garbage up the hill. You know what I mean? And he'll meet us in those moments if we're actually open to meeting with him. You know, and it's like it's crazy because then it turns the mundane into a mountaintop. Isn't that something? It's like, but he'll meet us in those places if we'll look for him. But yeah, I've done that so many times, and I feel like the Lord shared with me because we were talking about weight loss a minute ago, and the reason that's a major pursuit in my life. I mean, that's always been an up and down thing for me in my entire life, dealing with my weight, but dealing with type 2 diabetes has added some craziness to the thing, you know. And so the thing is, I love stuff that is sweet, right? It's like, and we all do. And the Lord was saying, well, you may have diabetes in the natural. He's like, but you have diabetes in your spiritual life too, because you only want the super sweet moments, you know? You don't want to, you don't want to eat your spiritual broccoli. You know what I mean? You don't want to take out the spiritual trash. You just want that mountaintop moment, just easy. You know what I mean? You're not willing to like walk with me the rest of the time, to live in that place like Moses gets, where he's like, man, I'm not even coming out of the house unless you go with me. I'm not making this trip unless you go with me, right? It's that decision to realize how valuable he is, and that prioritizing our relationship with him and knowing him above everything else. And I love to be like, and here are the 6 easy steps that I took to like be able to do that. But dude, I struggle with that junk every single day.
I get
you.
you.
Know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, and I fall down again and again and again, and I turn to some other thing again and again and again. But dude, his mercy is so unfailing, you know? He is always right there to catch me. And then when I get so mortally bummed out with myself for letting that happen again and again and again, it's like, and I feel like he's finally going to lower the kabong on me. It's like, dude, he just keeps coming with his love. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I love that. And that is the thing, being in that love relationship with him is what overcomes burnout, right? That is where, that is how you avoid burnout. I just don't know how to live there, dude.
Man,
I'm thankful for his mercy, dude.
John said it well in John 15, where he's like, man, just abide. If you can figure out how to abide, be more Mary and less Martha.
That is
just figure out how to abide. It'd be great.
Yeah, I love it.
Dude,
you know, go for it.
I'm good for about 15 minutes in it. You know what I mean? It's like, and then I'm back to some weird thing again. You know what I mean? Dude.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. It makes me think about 2026. We're starting out, we're kicking out, kind of thing, getting started. But it seems like 25 and 26 just kind of mudded together, and now we're in 26, and we're not like. It's not like, we're focused on the next step. But, man, I feel like a lot of people are walking in burnout. One of the things, man, as you're talking about, and I know there isn't, like, tangible, like, maybe, like, there's, like, practical steps. But, man, if you were having coffee with someone and you knew that they were burned out, what kind of advice would you give them? What would you say to them?
Man, I'd go get somewhere by yourself. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
and first of all, just let the Lord take the pressure off. We got all these pressures. I think that's the recipe for burnout anyway. It's like, because here's the deal, whether you're feeling it or not, if ministry is your vocation, the next event is coming, the next
Yes.
time
Yes.
you're going to have to go there. And so whether you feel ready or whether you don't, you're going to get up on that stage, you're going to interact in ministry, however it is that interaction is. And it's like, it keeps coming, it keeps coming. And it's like, unless you have that time where you get quiet and you tell the Lord, I don't even have anything to do today until I hear from you. And we kind of, from myself, I felt like we couldn't even shut down things like that. Then pandemic happened. I was like, oh, you can stop.
Yeah.
Because everything came to like a screaming halt. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But
Yeah,
it's like,
get in your
that's where I
pajamas.
think that the best thing, man, I know to do is man, that falling apart produces a desperation in me. And then I have to go be quiet somewhere in front of Jesus and let him do it. Man, the Lord is so faithful to me, though. Many times he will just wake me up in the middle of the night, man, And if I will answer that call, man, I live more out of that place of relationship, right? And it's like, so if when I'm in that place, I just cry out to the Lord. And I'm like, God, how much I am unable, I'm so unable. God, I need you so much. But it's like the moment you get back up off the floor, then you're like, okay, I got this again. It's like, so
The
but
flesh
so
is real, man.
it has to be
Yeah.
go into that secret place, man. It has to all be from that secret place.
There's two things that come to mind. One is God loves us when we don't deserve it. And I think there's something that God does when we're faithful when we don't feel it.
Yeah.
And that's what I hear you
Oh.
again and again, just like, man, just be faithful. If you're waking up at 2 a.m. and you normally don't, maybe God's doing something. Be faithful. Wake up and just sit with him, be with him.
Yeah.
And the story that everything you're talking about, the story that resonates with me is Elijah. Man, when he has this amazing mountaintop moment with Mount Caramel or Carmel, depending on if you're the north or south, right? And all of a sudden, 24 hours later, he's under the broom tree and he's literally saying, God, take my life.
Yeah.
If this is what it's going to be, I don't want to do this. And God, in his love and mercy, doesn't come down and say, well, this is where you screwed up. He sends his angel to minister to him and feed him for 40 days because he says, the journey ahead is too much for you. So stop trying to make it
Dude.
all about you.
Yeah.
It's about
Bro,
me
bro.
and how I'm going to provide
Yes.
for you.
It's
Yes, and-
go for it. I'm sorry. Go for it.
Yeah, when you said, bro, I don't want to keep interrupting you either.
You're
man,
great.
But
Go.
when he just said God sent his angel, I'm like, sometimes the Lord sends us angels in human form, dude.
Yeah.
Another type of burnout that happened to me just came out of grief, out of dealing with grief,
yes.
out of dealing with constant pain. And so my partner in ministry for many years had been my little brother Jay, who was the bass player of Big Daddy Weave. And when he passed in 2022, that was the end of like the little family that I grew up with. So 2017, my dad went to heaven. He was my hero in Jesus. My mama went to be with Jesus just after Mother's Day of 2021. And then Jay, who literally, even though he was my little brother, he kind of functioned like the big brother in many ways,
Yeah.
He went to be with Jesus at the beginning of 2022. He had been like a leader in our operation as Big Daddy Weave. He was the doer. I'm the dreamer and he was the doer. And it's like we understood each other, and it's like without him there, it's like there was a huge part of me that I felt like had died at that same moment. And when I went out to minister, I felt like I had nothing to offer anybody because I just felt empty and I just felt numb and I just felt dead. And I was trying to still, operate out of what I knew. I was trying to still show up like we were talking about, even when you don't feel it. But it's like, man, there was this inward, like downhill slope that was happening, And man, getting to the angel part, man, it was like little by little, I was just like forgetting who I was.
Yep.
Basically, it was as bad as it had been in my life at the end of 2024. Actually, it got to a place. It got to a place where I was like, I don't even think I know who I am. It's like, and man, the Lord sent an angel. We were at this. Um, we were at an industry event. There's an opening of a facility here in Nashville, in a greater Nashville area, of a Christian music place, and we were there. Dude, I did not want to be there, but I promised my kids I would take them, and they had come with me. And I'm like, literally, I'm as low as I've just about ever been in my life, dude. And then as we're about to leave the building, because I'm kind of rushing us along, getting us out of there. Like I
Yep.
literally,
Yep.
it was just after it was just right before Thanksgiving in 2024, and I had already just like counted the holidays out because I was just
Yeah.
dead. I was just so dead on the inside, man, just so completely burned out and so full of grief and so yeah. And uh who should come through the front door as we are exiting, and I have to pass him, is this guy we talked about, Ben Fuller, man. Ben Fuller's an amazing friend now.
Fantastic.
But when he laid eyes on me, dude, he made a beeline for me and he hugged me, dude. And when he hugged me, it felt like I was hugging somebody that I used to know, a me that I used to know, you know. And dude, in that moment, that was the beginning of Jesus pulling me up out of the muck and the mire one more time. You know what I mean? And God does send an angel sometime, man. And I think, you know what, dude? And if you're in that burnout place right now, I don't think it's a bad thing to pray, Jesus, send somebody.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I mean, he's there and we talk to him, but it's like sometimes you need, skin on it.
Flesh
you know
and
what I
blood,
mean?
baby.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. And man, Ben Fuller was the arms of Jesus around me that night. And when we went to minister together in 2025, man, I've seen some of the most incredible things I've ever seen in ministry. But it was because of Jesus restoring relationship and calling me back to the place of relationship first, right? And the Lord used him. The Lord used him for me to see that, though.
I love what you're saying, because I feel like there's this part of being alone, but then finding community. I think so many times in our burnout, we just isolate.
Yes.
Like you said, like I just want to be alone, and all of a sudden God's like, no, I'm not let you. So I love that, because I think there's some practical truths in the midst of it being kind of not like step one, step two, but like, getting alone, but then also don't be alone for too long. Like listen to the voice of the Father, but then listen to others who are followers with you. There's something valuable in that. Man, I love that you're talking about that, because I think people need that. We need.
Dude, that's the story of Elijah. What does he do? He goes to the mountaintop, hears the whisper, and God's like, dude, I got a partner for you. And he sends Elijah, and they partner and minister together for like years, until all of a sudden it's time to relinquish the torch and pass off the baton. And dude, it's all of that stuff. And I think that there's something to say about, like, be honest with where you're at. Sometimes you feel like you have to pretend to be someone you're not, pretend to have the smile on your face when you're not. And that's the worst thing you can do. To just be honest with a handful of people, to just be like, dude, I'm hurting right now, and I'm struggling right now. I'm going to be faithful with what I need to do, but right now I am empty. And allow God to speak to those around you, to minister to you in the midst of that emptiness is such a huge, hard, but important thing.
I remember even Jesus at the Garden of Gethsemane, he was like, hey, guys. He grabbed 3 of them, and he's like, I'm hurting.
Yes.
And I think we overlooked that. He was like, hey, I need you to pray with me. I am kind of scared right now.
Yeah.
And so even the idea that he acknowledged that. So don't hide your brokenness from others.
Your suffering.
Yeah. No, there's some value. Man, I love it. I was going to say something else, but I totally lost train, because this is exactly what I need to be talking about. But no, man, Mike, I'm loving what you're sharing, and the value of not being alone when you're broken. Acknowledge that there's a discouragement, brokenness, but then get alone with the Father. In fact, maybe, Mike, this is what I was thinking. Were there any specific verses or like themes from God that just ministered to your heart during these times of brokenness?
You know what, dude? Honestly, the proverb that talks about a righteous man falling down 7 times but getting up 8 or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, I just encountered that last night, and I'm forgetting the actual reference in Proverbs.
It's okay, you got it.
It's like, it was that blew me away. That like it's like I thought that the righteous man was the guy just never blew it, that never fell down, that never,
Yep.
and it's like, and he said the only difference between the guys, that's the wicked man and the righteous man was the righteous man got back up, and I just love that, I heard somebody say this and it impacted me so deeply. They said that, religion only celebrates perfection, but God celebrates progress, and
That's good.
And the willingness to get back up and the willingness to like keep going. Another thing, man, in like the health journey that I've been on recently, I found it interesting because I was looking at like different diets and stuff, and I've done all kinds of stuff, or whatever. And I was trying keto, and I was trying carnivore, and I was trying all of these different things. And it's like, but they said that there was a common thread between the people in societies or whatever, people groups that lived the longest on the planet. And I don't remember where I got this, but they were saying that one, they ate like a whole food diet. Two, they were active, in their life. And then three, though, was so interesting that they were heavily invested in community. And I thought that was an interesting factor. The first two, like I felt like I kind of could have guessed, you know what I mean? It's the third one, I forget about that component. And because a lot of my recharge is in solitude, man, I have a hard time seeing the line between solitude and isolation. You know what I mean? And it's like when we enter into isolation, that is not what God created us for. You see Jesus constantly going and finding solitude. He's going somewhere to be with the Father, right?
Right.
But it's like then you're right. He's surrounded by these guys that he's in constant community with, and even the Son of God himself asking, man, can you tarry with me an hour? Can you please stay with me right now? I'm hurting and it's heavy on me, and we need that thing.
And I would just encourage, like, Satan's going to lie to you and tell you that this is a season of shame that you need to hide. And even though God may rescue you out of this, that you need to like not speak of it. And I see this a lot of times with pastors, and just like I'm the pastor, I'm the spiritual leader. I can't let my flock know that I'm struggling or whatever. And then you end up with a Philip Yancey situation, right?
Yeah.
And instead, I think it goes back to let your past inform you, not define you.
Yeah.
And if you let it inform you, then what you can be is actually blessing to others who may find themselves on the cusp of that or in the midst of it.
Yeah.
And that's why I appreciate what you're saying, man, is you are boldly saying, I've been there, I've done that. And that's a word of encouragement to others.
Yeah.
And I would encourage all of us, like, dude, if you have found yourself in a season of struggle, a season of suffering, a season of just in the valley, realize that God may have rescued you from that so that you could share that story with others and be a word of encouragement, to be the angel that is sent to others to bring them out of and remind them God has not forgotten you. God still has a plan for you, and God is still ministering to you, even though you may not feel it. The truth is, He's still with you. He has promised to never leave you, never forsake you. And that's something you can rely on.
Oh, I love this. I love this encouragement, man. And as we're closing out, man, any final thoughts to the discouraged person out there, brother?
Man, there was so much on that statement about just showing up, the value of showing up every day. Man, in the fact that you're not alone in it. The enemy always wants us to make us feel like we're the only one. And man, and you're not, man. You're not. And I love the verse about Jesus talking about that we have a high priest that can sympathize with everything that we go through in this life, basically. He's tempted in all points as we are. But he lasted longer than any of us because he never sinned. He is but yet without sin, right? And so just know that Jesus has gone before us in this as well, man. And Jesus is with us right now, whether it feels like he is or not. Jesus is with us not because it feels like it. Jesus is with us because he promised us he would never leave.
Boom, the promise.
And,
Amen.
And I think, man, even that thing, even when you're, how when you read the Bible and you just feel like it doesn't feel like life when you're reading it, it's like, but to keep putting it in there, man, to keep putting it in there, because it's going to come back to, it's going to come back to be food for your soul and life for your spirit,
like rain falling on the open field, man. It does not return back to the Lord empty. It accomplishes exactly what it's supposed to.
Yeah, like that's the thing. I think the takeaway from this, a lot of this, is if you're feeling discouraged and you are a child of God, God is talking.
Right.
We just need to get ourselves quiet to really hear his voice. And in that discouragement, God is still there. He has not left us. He will never leave us or forsake us. He is constantly pursuing us. So I would challenge us that if we are in a moment of discouragement, doing what Mike said, man, just getting quiet, staying in the Word, and getting around community is going to change the paradigm for us. And these aren't just 3 tips to a better you. These are how do we pull ourselves out of the muck, because God has more for us. That's how we gain back our purpose, is understanding, man, God's never left us. It's not like he moved his hand off of us to stop. It's like God is pursuing us right now. Be attentive to what he's calling us to.
My one caveat is sometimes we can't pull ourselves out of the muck.
Correct.
Remember when we were all growing up and like quicksand was like in every single episode of everything?
I always thought that was going to be a way bigger issue in my life.
Totally did. Exactly. There are times that you need someone to come alongside you, throw you the rescue rope or the rescue log and pull you out of that quicksand, because the more you move, the deeper it gets.
Yeah.
And Jesus is the one that does that. Amen?
Amen. Dude, this has been great, brother. Man, as we shift gears, we have a new Fast 5 questions for you. If you're willing to answer them. Let's go with number 1.
What if he said no?
What if he said no? Like, well, have a great day, everybody.
No, I'm not going to answer these. Suck it.
Well, you've been redeemed from...
Just hang it up.
Just hang it up. Thanks a lot.
Well, that was our interview with Mike. God bless you guys. Have a good day.
Boop, boop. What the heck's going on? Where'd he go?
Sorry for that distraction, man. Go, Bill. These are really important questions. These are really good, important questions.
Well, if he hung up, I would say he's been redeemed from having to answer them. Oh, there it is. I threw that out there. There you go. Thanks a lot, Mike. I'll be here all week. Try the veal. So, oh, man. Okay. Number 1, if you could tell people to go support a cause or a ministry, what would it be and why?
Oh, man, dude. My friend has a ministry called Anchor Ridge right now that is just, he ministers to some of the poorest people in America, man.
Really?
It's incredible. We went and ministered in Little War, West Virginia. I'm telling you, that place is tore up. And I mean, we just saw the Holy Spirit pour out. And it was like the ministry of Jesus, because I mean, he came and he ministered to something in the natural. My friend brings truckloads of supplies to places that are hurting from disaster or from poverty, and like literally goes in and just ministers to the community, but then invites them to a night where they can come out and sing songs of worship together. And then he ministers. We saw people delivered from demons. We saw people healed miraculously, and we saw people saved. And it was just the most real stuff. It was so incredible. Anchor Ridge, I think it's .com is what he has. And then also, man, the Unfolding Word is an amazing group of Bible translators all around the world right now. This ministry is empowering local churches, like internationally, to basically translate the Bible into their heart language of their people. And it's part of a greater goal by many translation ministries to have something in every single language in the Word of God by 2033. And man, I believe it's going to happen because of technology, because of all kinds of advancements that are coming. This is happening quicker than it's ever happened. Wow. And man, it's really to the end that, you know, when his message is preached all around the world, then the end will come. Yep. And we want to see Jesus come back, and we just want to be part of that process of getting the message out like he left us here to do, you know?
Love it. That's good stuff, man. We will put those links in the bottom for people to check out as well. Number 2, if you could describe legacy with a word or a phrase, what would it be?
Oh, man, dude. The moment I even hear that word, I just see the faces of my children, dude.
Yes.
You know? And so I just think it's them. It's the next generation, dude, for me. That's what it is, yeah.
Awesome. If you had to change careers to something new, what would it be?
Dude, you know, for a lot of time I had said Walmart greeter, but I got to tell you, man, sometimes Walmart scares me these days. It was like, dude, Walmart was a constant in my life for a long time. When you go on the road, everything is changing every day. You can find Walmart, and it gets better. But dude, I think I'd love to do something in church.
Okay.
That maybe is not on the stage. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I think I'd love to be the sound guy for one time. You know what I mean? It's like
for one time.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, that's gonna get old really quick, and so then I'll
Yeah,
be
for
back
one
there with my
time,
guitar
one time.
next week. But it's like, dude, that's my alternate reality. Is our sound guy Grundy? Actually, I want to be him when I grow up or whatever. So,
That's
yeah.
funny. That's funny.
awesome.
That's awesome. Okay, number 4. What is your go-to fruit if you had to pick one?
Dude, right now it's a toss-up between Honeycrisp apples and pineapple. Actually, yeah.
Dude, Honeycrisp has been like the theme.
All the time.
We love it. It's so good. It's so good.
Revolutionized
Yeah,
the
dude.
apple industry.
Yes, it's been amazing.
Dude, so delicious.
So delicious. But not red delicious.
No.
Because those are gross
That's
delicious.
a different thing. Yeah, those are all bruised up, man. It's
Yeah,
like-
they're mealy.
you know,
they're
it's like-
nasty.
It's like,
Blech.
how old is this apple, dude? It's like
I know,
it's
exactly.
from ancient times or something, dude. This
They
apple
didn't
with these
exist.
bruises.
Funny fact, they didn't exist before the fall.
No,
It was-
no, they didn't.
Yeah, red, not so delicious. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
exactly.
saying? It's like, dude,
Gross.
it's kind of like the Comfort Inn, dude. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, if you have to put delicious in the title, it's probably
Not-
hiding
it's
something.
probably
You know what I mean?
not
That's-
delicious.
So true. So true.
Oh, man. Okay, and number 5, what do you want to be remembered for by those closest to you?
The love of God. The love of God
man.
to me and the love of God through me. And dude, I'm telling you, some days I suck at that. You know what I mean? So badly.
Oh, I get it.
And it's like when I get upset with my job and I want to leave and I like all these different things, like, and I feel like that it's like, cause we're not living up to some kind of thing that I have, you know, this standard or something. And I keep being like, the Lord is like, just like, dude, what I want from you is what I have given you, which is love, which is mercy, which
Yes.
is kindness, you know, which is, you know, and it's like, so I want those things in my life in a real way so that people go, well, I remember the way that God loved me through that guy. You know, that would be so awesome. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but that's what I wish anyway.
That's good stuff, man.
Dude,
This is-
I think what I appreciate most about any time we have a chance to have Mike on the podcast is dude is authentic.
Yeah.
He is who he
I
is.
love it.
And he's not blowing smoke. And, man, if you ever have a chance to see him in concert, please
go.
go see
go.
them in concert.
Yeah, please go and support Big Daddy Weave right now. Don't just go on Spotify and listen. Like, go and buy their album.
Yes.
Because I think there's less albums being bought. I'm not saying that he needs it, but go and support them. Buy their album, purchase their stuff out, buy those shirts, whether they're 1X or 10X. It doesn't matter. Buy the shirts. Mike, we are so grateful to have you on the podcast. We can't wait to do it again. But, brother, thank you for being on.
Yes.
Man, we will keep you on as a constant guest. You're just going to be a third person on here, I guess. We'll
Dude,
just
and when
make
you're
that-
in Dallas, let us know. We'd love to come and have our triple XLs signed by you.
Yes,
How about
we
that?
will. We'll do that. So.
Let's do it. Let's do it. That's awesome, man. Peace,
Guys,
man.
thank you
guys,
so
man.
much
God
for
bless you,
listening
man.
today. God bless you, man. Thank you guys so much for being a part of listening today. Check out Big Daddy Weave. Mike, thank you again for what you've done. Man, make sure you check out our men's retreat coming up April 10th through the 12th. We'd love to have you there. And, man, if you have any prayer requests, comments, or needs, info@knownlegacy.org.
God bless you guys. Remember, your past informs you, not defines you. And have a great day.
Thanks for listening to the Known Legacy Podcast. We'd love to hear from you. So email us your questions or comments to info@knownlegacy.org.